so, good morning, Brother George.
Good morning, Pastor Pete.
It's
how
nice.
are you?
I'm okay, and how are you?
I'm doing fine.
How do you find the Philippines?
Wonderful, wonderful. And the weather here, well, since we've been here, has been cooler than our weather in Arkansas back in the United States this week.
You mean this month? This month?
Yes.
Could you tell us a little history about Lifeword, so that our people could, could understand?
Lifeword began in 1965 as a personal ministry of Harold Morris. Brother Morris was our first foreign missionary from the Baptist Missionary Association of America. As he was elected in 1950 to go to Brazil, and then when poor health made it necessary for him to come to the States, he was working as a promotional man with the missions office and started a radio program on the side. And the first program was on a station in St. Louis, Missouri. September the 4th, 1965.
1965. I was, I think, in my high school days.
Yes.
In 1967, I went to the States as a Boy Scout.
Right.
So it was about 2 years, the Lifeword was 2 years during the time. But of course, I met the Lord in 1973, so I was a Boy Scout then. But anyway, so Lifeword started as a radio ministry by Brother Morris.
Yes.
When did the BMA or the association adopted it as?
3 years later, in 1968, the National Association made Lifeword a department. It was called Harvest Gleaner Hour at that time, and it was made a department of our national work.
How long did Brother Morris become the director of Lifeword?
He passed away in November of 1970, so he was there for about just a little over 5 years. And then my father was elected to take his place, and he was director for about a year, and he passed away with a heart attack in 1972.
So what were you doing during the time when your father became?
What was I doing?
Yeah, I mean, like, where were you during this time?
I was pastor of a church in South Mississippi, Paramount Baptist Church in Wiggins, Mississippi, and I had a very enjoyable pastorate there, and my father had been with us the previous summer and held a revival meeting at our church, and we had a good time, and I had visited in the studios in Conway several times while he was there, and then the Lord called him home, and Brother Paul Bearfield was elected to take his place.
So Brother Bearfield became the director in 1972. 72.
Yes.
And I have read, that you came into Lifeword or Harvest Gleaner Hour and became the editor of the Gleaner.
Yes. In 1979, October 15th, I became Brother Bearfield's assistant, and my assignment was to be the editor of the publications that Harvest Gleaner Hour published. Yes.
That was 79 you came in, and I believe Brother Travis was already here in the Philippines.
Yes, he came in 74.
And I started being the speaker of Ilonggo broadcast in 1975.
So that means you've been with this ministry much longer than I have.
I think so, and I think it will be much longer. But it's really a privilege to serve the Lord through Lifeword. So I came in 1975, and you came in 1979.
Yes.
So that was Brother Morris, and then your father.
Yes.
Then Brother Bearfield. And then when did you become the director of Lifeword?
In January 25th, 1986.
1986.
Yes.
Oh. So by that time, he was already appointed as the director or program director of Philippine Broadcast in 1983.
Right. Right.
So had been.
I was working with Brother Bearfield when he came and named you as the director of Lifeword here, or of Harvest Gleaner Hour here in the Philippines, and we were very excited about that decision.
Since that time until now, we're still here.
Yes.
I have a long hair even the time that Brother Bearfield appointed me, but you know how the years have just passed.
Time has made a change in both of us.
Yeah, I think so. We have. I think I can show them our picture. When we were younger, in our younger days.
We enjoyed that the other night when we took some time here in the studio to look at some of those old videos and to remember how things used to be, and to rejoice at how God is blessed. And your family has been a very special inspiration to me, because your kids have grown up in this work. I remember when they were very small and preschoolers, and they would sing on the broadcast and telecast. And, it's been fun to watch them grow up and to be committed to the Lord and the Lord's will for their lives. That says something pretty special about their parents too.
Yeah, I'm happy that the Lord has used us through the years. So from the time the broadcast was only in America or in the United States. I mean, can you remember when the time when Lifeword went out to other languages?
Well, there were some broadcasts into Mexico and some other nations, even when Brother Morris was still there, but not in other languages. When Brother Bearfield became director, it was his burden to begin to produce programming in various languages, and we developed broadcasts in the Chinese language. He had been a missionary to Taiwan.
Brother Bateman was our speaker.
Yes.
Right. So how many languages are we reaching now at this point?
We're in 28 languages now.
All over the world.
Yes. Wow. And we're broadcasting in 125 different countries. We reach into those countries.
So it's good that the Lord has been using Lifeword for many years to reach out, and we're thankful that you have extended that to the Philippines, and here we're also reaching a lot of languages. And and I think you came back here in 2005 when you appointed me to become the Asia Pacific director, and now the work has expanded.
Oh yes. Yes.
And we have also to thank Brother Daniel Sama, has become coordinator for Lifeword since 1983.
Right.
To I think this past few years.
Yes. Right now, we want to continue to reach out in additional languages as the Lord opens the door, and as we target areas for missionary activity. We can go before with the radio and help open doors. But we want to do more in the United States, some more creative programming to reach our own nation with the gospel. And so we're evaluating and praying and brainstorming about some steps to take to reach the United States in a more powerful way than ever before.
Especially the young people.
Yes, and target younger audiences.
Well, the Lord has given us a lot of means, like the web,
Yes.
And I think young people most of these days are into their computer.
Yes, and much of our work in the future is going to be related to the web.
That's right. That's right.